Welcome to ISE's Equity Index Weekly Outlook, a weekly outlook on ISE and other industry indexes, hosted by Patrick Ceresna, a derivative market specialist and investment manager with extensive expertise in options and the broader derivative markets. ISE trades options on more than 15 proprietary sector indexes, as well as broad-based indexes and a variety of licensed benchmarks. ISE continually enhances its trading systems and develops new index options products to provide investors with the best marketplace and investment tools to trade smarter.
Hello and welcome to the ISE Equity Index Outlook for March 2nd, 2009. This is your host, Patrick Ceresna. First off, I want to take a look at the S&P 500 using the SPDR Exchange Traded Fund SPY. And we were initially finding support last week right into that 75-77 focal point we've been talking about. Could not muster up in that flag formation even the strength to come up to the 80-81 focal point on the upside. And then Friday came a very important big gap down day right here. That gap below the 75-77 focal point, which we were trying to hold as support. The midday tried to rally to undo that damage and sold off by the end of the day, coming right back down to a previous low. Unless Monday comes in with a strong wave of buying that undoes all the damage that was done here, then really at this stage this is a very bearish sign for a continuation to the downside. If for whatever reason we did get that rally, and we would need to see a penetration deep back into the 75-77 zone, and then subsequently a few days rally back up to the 80-81 to start looking at a little bit more of a neutral outlook. But really at this stage, anything that comes out flat on Monday morning or a gap down with some strong selling, it really opens the window for the first measured move to come down to the 65 zone. But any of the bigger picture measurements go all the way down as deep as the 60 level on the downside for the measured moves. Next, I want to take a look at the ISE U.S. Regional Banks Index, which is the symbol JLO. And last week when we got a break below that 13-14 area, we measured out a move that had two downside targets. The first one would be the shortened move at the $10 area and a completed measured move down to the $6 to $8 area on the downside. We got a bounce off the $10 area coming in last week, and we had a subsequent rally that pushed for a retest back into the 13-14 focal point. If in fact we reject here like we did on Friday with that red candle, if we reject off this level, a completed measured move to our $8 to $6 completed box is a realistic downside target. If we get above the 13-14 area, at that stage we can look for consolidations to trade back up into the 18-19 area on the upside. Next, I want to take a look at the ISE Syndex Index, which is the symbol SIN, and it's an index of all the casino, tobacco, and distiller companies. At this stage, we have and continue to have a consolidation right here in this 54-56 zone, but with Friday's price action breakdown, it becomes more realistic that we in fact may still have a break below this focal point on the downside, especially if the broader markets go through a sell cycle. If we do get that broader market selling, our downside target for this index measures all the way down into the 44 to 50 zone on the downside. When we take a look at the ISE Home Builders Index, which is a symbol RUF, we had the technical breakdown below that 625, 675 focal point on the downside. Subsequently, the one-day rally that it came and retested that zone was rejected. At this stage, it's very realistic with any break of this 5.5 area for it to come down for a double bottom retest down in the $4.5, $5 area on the downside. Next, I want to take a look at the ISE Natural Gas Index, which is the symbol FUM, and we have now a market consolidation occurring below the 62 to 65 focal point, which again is rolling over here. Any break to a lower low here below that 58 level on the downside immediately opens the window for the completion of that measured move all the way down into the 48 to 54 area on the downside. Next, I want to take a look at the ISE Mini FTSE 100 Index, which is the symbol UKX. And right now we're at a vital key support level at that 365, 375 on the downside. Not only was this the lows of the October-November bottoms, but also it is a completion of a measured move off of that flagging formation that we had up near the 420 to 430 area on the upside. This is a very critical point for the market to hold. If the FTSE can hold this level, it opens the window for a possible retest back up and into the 400 or the 420 area on the upside. But technical breaks of this level are very significant. If they break down, the first measured move on the downside, the shortened one, is down at the 350 level, and a completed bigger picture measured move can take this move all the way down to the 300 to 325 area, if not slightly lower. That was your ISE Equity Index Outlook. Thank you.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For more information about Patrick Ceresna and to sign up for free index options trade alerts, visit www.optionsource.net. To learn more about ISE index options, visit us at www.ise.com/indexoptions.